Hello everyone, and welcome back with this new video. Today I'm happy to start a new monthly series based on my best profitable DePINs. If you are new to DePIN world or would simply like to join projects to be able to monetize immediately, since the token is live, this list is for you. I try to include everything, both positive and negative aspects, in a concrete way that the user must know and the latest news. But above all, they are serious projects that have a use case, and therefore there is potential also for future. This list contains only global DePINs. For example, I am European, so I think unfortunately I will never know what it means to have free 5G, so I am sorry to exclude Helium Mobile or XNet. But obviously if in your country it's available, it must be part of your list. Very important to stay updated in the DePIN world. I recommend you join the DePIN House Discord. DePIN House is creating an important community, and the Galxe campaign is also active. If you have a few minutes, I recommend you do these simple tasks to try to win some nice prizes for free. In any case, done this premise, let's begin. 8th place, and as a start, there are the free DePINs. You can join for free in many interesting DePINs using your PC or phone. AI training, bandwidth, computational process, mapping, data collection, and so on. Most of these projects use the same rewards mechanism. You collect points for the mining you are doing, and every now and then, for example when TGE token generation event of the project occurs, or also after, the airdrop will take place as compensation, and you can monetize. The installation is really simple, because they are generally apps for the phone or Chrome extensions that you can run on any PC, and the more points you get, the greater your airdrop will be. For PC, the best free node, with TGE already take place, that I recommend are Grass, NodePay, Distributai, and Hivelo. While for phone the best free DePIN, with TGE already done, that I recommend are Silencio, Nadix, Chirp Cage, and Grass. To be fair, it's right to underline, since we are talking about free DePINs, not to expect big earnings. A free app will not give you the same earnings as a Geodnet. But at the same time, there is no investment to make, and these free projects are better than many paid nodes or NFTs that are around, and always be careful. Many node licenses have turned out to be scams or poorly built. So the advice I can give you is to run as many free DePINs as possible so that in the end you get a good loot. In 7th place we have WeatherXM. Built on Arbitrum, it's currently the best DePIN weather with about 20k stations installed worldwide. To join, you can buy one of the 3 types of stations: Wi-Fi, Helium, or LTE. And in addition to being a completely passive miner, the WeatherXM station with the app is a nice device that gives you a correct weather forecast. There is no difference in rewards depending on the station. If you have a Wi-Fi coverage, the simplest choice is the Wi-Fi station, while if you want to install it in a remote area, you can also opt for the Helium one if there is IoT coverage. The Wi-Fi station does automatic updates, while the Helium one must be updated via the phone app with a Bluetooth connection. Currently, through a WeatherXM station, you can get about 2 WXM token per day, so with the current value of the token, you get about $15 per month. The claim is very easy. You can do it whenever you want, and you just need to have a few cents of ETH in Arbitrum, and there are no major limitations because up to 10 stations can be installed inside a hexagon. The sale of data is operational, and in fact, WeatherXM Pro is active. By purchasing a plan, you can access the hyperlocal weather data of WeatherXM and use it for your business. In 6th place is Aethir Edge. Aethir is my favorite AI and GPU cloud project, and they launched a $100 million ecosystem fund to fuel AI, Web3, and gaming innovation with top-tier GPU compute grants, subsidies, compute credits, to increase the use case of the network more and more. And if you want to join the project as compute providers in the decentralized GPU cloud of Aethir, you can do it through the great miner Aethir Edge, one of the best miner out there. It's easy to install, consumes little power, and the earnings ATH tokens are good and constant every day. There are no IP limits or port forwarding issues. It's really plug and play, so if you want you can build a farm in the same network. Unfortunately, there is some bad news because the new tokenomics to increase earnings for Edge owners, since the 100 ATH tokens per day period is over, has been postponed to Q4 2025. And so, until Q4 2025, every Edge miner earns 21 ATH tokens per day, which with the current value of token corresponds to approximately $20 per month. Anyway, since ATH token of Aethir Edge is in Arbitrum, the fees for claim and withdraw are very low and you can do it every day. The price of the miner is high, around $1,400, but it offers a complete top passive experience, and the way Aethir is building, it's becoming the go-to compute layer for AI, Web3, and gaming projects. There are no major negative aspects for also this project, but to be precise, you need to know, to make the claim and withdraw, you need to do the KYC. There are no restrictions, so most of the countries are included. If you have any doubts, you can do KYC before purchasing the miner in the Aethir Edge app, so you can be sure. The team has announced that multi-mining of other coins will be active via the Aethir Edge. Good news, but the release period has not yet been revealed. We hope it will be soon. To register as a miner, you need to give a stake of minimum 2,000 ATH tokens. It's practically mandatory to start mining. From Q4 2025, Tokenomics 2.0 will start, and therefore there will be a new rewards mechanism, not only based on the stake but also device performance. And there is also good news because the team has decided to increase the rewards allocation of Edge users from 1.02 billion ATH to 1.49 billion ATH. For more information, I recommend you see this article. Existing Edge users will be automatically placed in the bronze tier, so it isn't mandatory to make an additional stake. And if you intend to reach the gold tier, you can earn up to 240 ATH token per day. Fifth place, we have ROVR, new DePIN mapping on Solana, focused on 3D data. You can map with your phone and the location is validated by TarantulaX Miner using Geodnet RTK. Starting from TGE occurred May 2025. In this first year, you can earn 1.6 ROVR token per kilometer, and then halving will occur every year. So considering the current value of ROVR token, you can earn more than $50 per month with a mapping of 1,000 kilometers per week. The rewards are issued every Tuesday, and consider that data quality matters. And if weekly road revisit the rewards decay, for more info, I recommend you check the tokenomics. In addition to TarantulaX, you can also join ROVR with Litecoin, a professional 3D LiDAR that obviously allows you to capture more data and therefore obtain greater rewards, about 10x more compared to TarantulaX. The project is really interesting, and since the mainnet has just started, the token has a lot of potential. If you can, I recommend you holding at least when it arrives on a CX. The only negative thing I can point out about ROVR is that the mapping experience is not completely passive, both for the TarantulaX. Since the mapping is done with the phone, you have to press every time, and also future updates of the app aren't automatic. And also for the Litecoin, much less passive, because to obtain the mapping rewards, you have to remove the SSD disk and upload via PC every time. For more info, you can check the docs. Between the two devices, TarantulaX and Litecoin, I recommend the TarantulaX more. Not only for a question of price, $199 versus $2,499, but the mapping experience is simpler, and even with the current value of ROVR token, the ROI is easily obtainable in about 4 months. And then with the phone while mapping, you can run GeoPulse or other interesting free apps like 375 Go or Chirp Cage. For a guide to the setup of TarantulaX, you can check my video and I put the link in description. In fourth place is Anyone. Very interesting DePIN focused on building a more decentralized internet and making our privacy more secure. There is a lot of development by the team, and in fact, Anyone browser is live on iOS Apple Store. Everyone can use it for free. And this isn't just a VPN because your traffic passes through a series of 3 encrypted hops run by node operators around the world. You can join Anyone and earn rewards in 2 ways. DIY setup. You can use your hardware like PC or Ubuntu, and to register the node you need to do a lock of $100 Anyone. For more info on the installation, I suggest you see the docs. Relay router miner, plug-and-play solution, and much easier than the DIY installation. and you don't need to do any lock or stake of tokens, because it's already included with the purchase of the miner. The difference between the two is that mainly the relay miner gets much more rewards than DIY setup. This is because it has a special section in the tokenomics, and therefore those who mine through the relay miner get more anyone tokens. Through the relay miner, I am currently getting about 2 anyone token per day. You can claim the rewards in the dashboard whenever you want, and the rewards arrive in your wallet every week. There is no limit for IP, but if, for example, you put 2 relays in the same IP, it isn't certain that you will have double rewards, because they basically do the same job. To get more rewards, it's better to use different IPs. There are no major negative aspects for this project, but if we want to be precise, we must underline, the relay miner is a completely passive plug-and-play device. But to make the relay operational, it's necessary when you are installing to open port 9001 in your modem. This also regards DIY installation. Without this operation, the mining will basically not start. So make sure you have a modem or connection that can open the ports. If you have the classic public IP, you should definitely be able to do it. And I recommend you to use DHCP reservations to avoid changing the IP address of your anyone miner. After making the claim in the dashboard, the rewards arrive every week in our wallet, but anyone token is in Ethereum. So if you want to do the swap, the fees are about $1 in ETH. Luckily, however, the team is working on the bridge, and for example, one of the interesting news is that anyone token is now also available on Peak. I know that the ROI of the miner with the current value is about 1 year, but I am really confident in the project and what the team is building. And in fact, anyone token is one of the tokens that I am holding the most, because I have high expectations. For a guide to the setup of anyone miner, you can check my video guide. You can find the link in description. In third place in the ranking, we have Hivemapper. Built on Solana, it's currently the most important DePIN mapping, and the experience with the newbie is awesome. This new dashcam is not only an upgrade compared to old models HDC or HDCS, better image quality dual-band L1/L5 GNSS positioning, and you can now map even at night. But through the LTE function, it becomes completely passive without the need to use the app. As with any mapping project, the rewards depend on how many km you travel, and calculating the rewards in Hivemapper is really difficult, to say almost impossible, but I can tell you that currently traveling 1,700 kilometers a week, I am making about 1020 honey tokens, which are with the current value about $20 a week. Last week's the firmware May 6, 44 was released to B, to solve some problems with mapping, and the result is that the rewards have improved. And Hivemapper has released the new proposals, and in particular, for the B, the MIP 23 and 24 will be very important. For example, the MIP 23, the developers to take the data from the B will have to pay fees, and they will be in honey token, with at least 75% burn to strengthen token economics. So if by chance you do a lot of km or miles during the week, or you also know a friend where to place the bee, since it's completely passive with the sim through the beekeeper mode, it does everything by itself for uploading and future updates, this dashcam can also become your most profitable miner. For a guide on the setup of bee or even the beekeeper mode, you can check my video guide. You can find the link in description. In second place, we have Chirp. It's the most important DePIN built on SUE and focused on IoT. It's also one of the most important telecom projects around. Chirp is one of my favorite projects. The team is not only diverse and composed of several people from engineering, IT, and Web3 projects, but Chirp already has a concrete use case, like NetsBest GmbH, to power the deployment of thousands of IoT sensors. The dashboard is really well designed and built, and it's already possible to integrate many devices and LoRaWAN sensors with a few clicks. As you know, the free Chirp Cage app is available that through the scanning of Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, or devices has the intention of creating a global mapping of all connections. While through Cage you can get the Chirp tokens rewards every now and then as an airdrop, it's very much based on the position you occupy in the leaderboard. You can also join Chirp by purchasing the Blackbird miner to get rewards every day. The miner is a customized rack gateway, and it's really a great hardware to offer global LoRaWAN coverage. The device is plug and play, and once installed and registered, it becomes completely passive. The rewards mechanism works that as the Blackbird gateways increase, there is a decrease in rewards because there are more miners online, and the Chirp tokens arrive every 2 days in the dashboard. And currently with a Blackbird miner, you can get about 75 Chirp tokens per day, which is about $6 per day. The only negative thing I have to point out is that to claim rewards without fees or penalties, you have to wait 3 months. You can also claim instantly, but you will have a penalty of what you have obtained, and you also have to spend data credits. Honestly, those who have a long-term vision of the project can wait 3 months, but those who want to monetize immediately will feel a bit heavy about this choice of tokenomics. I hope that in the future it will be lightened. However, to learn more, I recommend you check the docs. If you are interested in purchasing the Blackbird miner, it's currently only available through NFT, and a sale of a few units is expected around this month. If you are interested in purchasing, I recommend you follow Chirp's social media. The miner costs about $890 in SUI tokens, or also my X, where I warn in time if the sale takes place. For a guide to the setup of Blackbird miner, you can check my video guide. You can find the link in description. And finally, in first place is Geodnet. It's the king of DePIN, and it's the world's largest RTK network. Every time I think about Geodnet, I just want to compliment the team for what they are doing. Global miner with average break-even in 7 months and is currently the most profitable DePIN. The CEO, Mike A. Horton, testified before the U.S. Congress. Geodnet is building a decentralized RTK network that makes advanced technologies such as drones and AI-driven robotic lawnmowers, and it's also helping collaborating with new important projects such as Wingbits, WB300 Wingbits, Geodnet Dual Miner, and ROVR, whose mapping is a great use case of Geodnet's RTK. It's all impressive. Geodnet is really cooking. To join Geodnet, you need to buy the HiFix miner, and the installation is really simple. Just make sure you position the GNSS antenna well, so that it has no obstacles around that obstruct the view from the sky, and in this way, you can get the maximum rewards. Every year on July 1st, the halving takes, and currently through a Geodnet miner, you can get up to 12 GOD tokens per day, so with the current value, it's about $3 per day. The rewards arrive automatically in your wallet, which you have indicated in the console, on Polygon or Solana every day. In addition to this, the team is also moving well with the release of SuperHex to encourage the presence of Geodnet RTK coverage in different areas. And it's also a good feature to stake GOD tokens and therefore have additional rewards. The only negative note is that it is becoming increasingly complicated to install a HiFix miner because to get the maximum rewards you have to respect the rules of Hexagon, and more hexagons are becoming full. If by chance your hex is free, or even that of a friend and family member, I recommend you install the miner as soon as possible. Through a minimum RR of 98% for 30 days, you can obtain the NFT, which is a protection for a possible decrease in rewards if someone else installs it near you. To learn more about Hex rules and installation, I recommend you see the docs. You can find the link in description. So in conclusion, this is the current ranking of my best profitable DePINs. Not only are earnings taken into consideration, but also user experience, device installation and mining, and above all, how the project is going. They are serious DePINs, and the use case is present in all these projects. If you want to join one of these projects and buy the miner, you can use the coupon ILCAPAFOX or ILCAPAFOX with numbers like ILCAPAFOX2 to get a nice discount in the shops, and if you do so, thank you so much for your support, as it helps me keep bringing new content to this channel. And in particular, in the DePIN House shop is active the coupon ILCAPAFOX for a 12% discount for many DePIN devices in the store. You can pay with PayPal or also crypto. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope this content was helpful, and see you in the next video. Happy mining, everyone!